Welcome and welcome back to the Next Big Thing stage here at South Summit 2021. My name's Oisín Lunny. I'm a podcast host and professional MC, an occasional journalist, and I would love to connect with you on LinkedIn. Let's be amigos and build this South Summit family and keep it building throughout the year. It's a real pleasure to be here to host this final round of the South Summit Startup Competition. You probably know how it works. Thousands and thousands of amazing startups from all over the world apply to be one of the final South Summit 100 to come and pitch here in La Nave in Madrid to our esteemed panel of VIP guests in the front row right here. Now today we are going to witness the Fintech and Insurtech final. There are 9 finalists who fought hard to make it here and deliver their best pitch to our VIP judges. Only one of them will go forward to the final round. The final round's being decided today, and out of the winners of all the categories, we're going to select the champion of champions, the winner of the South Summit 2021 Startup Competition. It's incredibly exciting. It's all happening here on the Next Big Thing stage. So stay tuned, buckle that chin strap, you're in for some good times. Now the 5 criteria that our judges are using, so you can play along at home. We've got many thousands of people joining us by the live stream. The 5 competition criteria they're using are innovation, scalability, team, viability, and investability. So as you're watching the pitches, you can calculate yourself how you think all of our startups doing on those 5 scores. But the people with the really difficult job is this wonderful front row here of gathered VIP subject matter expert guests. And we are very, very grateful for your time, for your expertise, and for the fact that you're volunteering for a very difficult decision today. So ladies and gentlemen, can we please give a big round of applause to our VIP judges in the front row? Thank you so much to all of you for joining us. Wonderful. Okay, so we are going to kick off. Each of our startups has 3 minutes exactly. There's a clock here on stage. The folks joining virtually know what time it is. And if anyone's going over, I do come onto the stage and try and just basically cut them off to keep it fair for everyone. So with that in mind, we're going to meet our first amazing startup who's going to pitch to our judges, and they are called Blanco. And Blanco builds technology for asset managers. The most comprehensive module not only manages the investment portfolio, but also arranges customer research, monitors supervision issues, and takes care of the administration. Sounds fascinating. You're about to learn all about it along with our judges. So to the virtual stage right now, we're going to welcome the co-CEO all the way from the Netherlands, Bernadette Wijnings. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Bernadette and I'm founder and co-CEO of Blanco Fintech. The wealth management industry is in turmoil. Margins are decreasing for wealth managers. There's more and more new and complex regulations getting at them, and they're in a digital revolution where end clients ask for more and better digital solutions for wealth. So are wealth managers then going to be replaced by robots? Well, we don't believe so. We believe in the symbiosis between man and machine. On the one hand, automation brings efficiency and cost savings, but on the other hand, people bring trust and empathy to the table, which is super important as well. And that is why we've developed a digital wealth management platform that saves time and money. It's user-friendly and it gives personal guidance on rules and regulations. And it's not about us. It's about enabling the wealth managers to focus on their clients again. And therefore, we aim to become the #1 trusted provider in Europe for a cost-saving, plug-and-play platform for wealth managers. We do that by offering a number of solutions for these wealth managers. It's a one-stop shop where we can take care of the entire backend of the wealth managers. So they only need to bring their clients, their investment policy, and their regulatory license. And what we offer them is a KYC and compliance suite, where we make sure that they can onboard clients in a MiFID and AML compliant way. And we have an investment suite with a portfolio management system and a broker custodian administration. So what I said, an entire one-stop shop for the wealth manager. Today we are doing that for almost 150 clients in 6 countries, and we're just scratching the surface. We're ready to scale further and to continue our expansion. because we are at this point the only solution that can provide a true one-stop shop wealth management platform. And we do that for a very strong sector. The wealth management industry has huge potential and is very much underserved in the smaller and medium-sized segment of the markets. And that is the segment we're serving. I'm super proud of my team. We're founder-led, and I've got a very experienced and diverse management team. And we're supported by a mature and solid organization. And today we're getting ready to scale, or we are ready to scale, actually. So you'll hear more from us.
Fabulous. Okay, round of applause there for Bernadette from Blanco. Wonderful. Okay, a lot of information there, a nice bit of South Summit branding. Nice to see the South Summit 21 hashtag there. If you're feeling the love, if you're impressed by the startups, share your thoughts, your photographs, and your quotes on social media. So, welcome Bernadette virtually to La Nave in Madrid. We're going to beam you in now, and we're going to open the floor for a question from one of our esteemed guests. And the gentleman at the end there has the microphone. If you could please introduce yourself to the room. And Bernadette, the stage is yours.
Thank you very much. This is Gonzalo from Faraday Venture Partners. Thank you for the presentation. Congratulations on your initiative. I wanted to know a bit more about how you charge your clients. What's your business model? Is it subscription-based, or do you have also an upside on the assets under management of your own clients?
Well, thank you for the question. Depends on the module, actually. The KYC is indeed subscription-based, but we charge per user. The portfolio management system is an account basis, and the broker custodian administration is also per account, but it is an upside. When there's more assets under administration, we charge more per account.
What would be the average? You have 150 clients, if I remember. What would be the average fee per client, the subscription model?
At this point, 25K, but there's much room for upsell actually still.
Thank you.
Okay, great stuff. Thank you for the great question, and thank you to Bernadette from Blanco. Great stuff. Thank you so much for joining us. And you can see there in the background all of the flip charts, the business being worked out, the heart of entrepreneurship there. Okay, we're going to welcome a gentleman from Spain to our stage now. And it's his first time pitching at La Nave, so please give him a very, very warm welcome. His company is called Bricken. It's a blockchain tokenization platform providing investors with new opportunities of generating passive income. Bricken is the link between investors and assets, opening up a whole new world of investment opportunities. Joining us right now from Spain, the CEO of Bricken, please welcome to the stage, Edwin Mata. Thank you.
Thank you very much. My name is Edwin Mata. I am the CEO and co-founder of Bricken. What is Bricken? We're a tokenization platform that allows fractional ownership with minimal capital requirements. Private markets dominate the world, and currently it is very difficult to access the retail investor, which is the broad base. Just to put it into perspective, in 1997 there were around 8,000 IPOs, and in 2017 around 4,000. This means that for companies to go public is becoming harder and harder, and also they're dropping valuations during the private stages. On the other hand, we have the retail investors who have very difficult access to certain private sectors. We can call them real estate, infrastructure, scarce and valuable resources, and which returns are uncorrelated to the market. Nonetheless, they are quite profitable, as we should all be aware of. And this is why we founded Bricken, in order to connect the private markets with the retail investors who are looking for funding opportunities in order to gain passive income. And how do we do this? We do it through tokenization, because we have broken down the purchase process brick by brick. Our technology allows us to digitize and divide any kind of asset, property, company into thousands of smaller pieces called tokens that have the same rights and the same value. The retail investors. Tokenization. Sorry. This is my first live pitch. I gotta apologize for that. But either way, it's not the same. Thanks. We like to be, no. we were born COVID, I was doing online pitches, and I'm not used to the life. So in the end, what I'm going to tell you about Bricken is what we do. We want to tokenize and provide opportunity to the whole world. They can access new markets that are really blocked by institutional investors. By dividing the asset itself into thousands of smaller pieces, we break the barrier, so anybody can access these types of markets. We currently have a big pipeline of 40 million euros to be tokenized, because the clients are looking into new funding opportunities. And these funded opportunities can become the tokenization. We can provide these alternative finance schemes so they can access the retail investor. And in the end, how do we do this? With the tokenization, but also with the team. I have 2 members of my co-founder team, and without them, we couldn't be able to do this. We have the digital lawyer, we have the chief financial officer, the media buyer, the growth hacker, and all the pieces that make us available to be able to tokenize. And well, and our business model, we have an issuance fee, a success fee, so, yeah. Unbelievable. Thank you very much.
Come and join me here. Come and join me here. Listen, I tell you what, it is not easy to step up here and deliver an entire business in 3 minutes. It's one of the hardest things you can do. And I actually thought that deck was fantastic. The presentation had a lot of heart. You got a lot of information through the decks for the judges and a lot of heart there for presenting. So well done, man. That was great. So we are going to, yeah, round of applause. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, so the judges can see the investor information, all the good stuff, but did they have any questions? So I'm going to now stare. Yes, the lady down here who very helpfully raised her hand now. If you could please introduce yourself to the room, that would be fantastic. Oh, is the mic on? Try again.
Hi? Okay,
yes,
good.
Muy bien.
Okay,
Thank
this
you.
is Elena from MasterCard. So thanks for the pitch. That's a challenge. Thank you for that. I was just wondering if you could tell us a bit more about the business model, how you're working on that.
So basically, we have 3 types of monetization. We have an issuance fee that we charge for every tokenization, and then we have a success fee based on the money raised. And now, in order to adapt to the client's needs, we have developed an API and a wide-level solution so we can further amplify the tokenization. In our end, what we want to do is leave all barriers. So we want to create a decentralized system where they don't need any intermediaries. And in that sense, the more people use our technology, the better our offer can be made. So we're going to reduce we're going to start creating a new platform that we can develop and deliver to the clients. And we call it a decentralized application because they don't even need us to self-crowdfund themselves. So in the end, what we want to do is provide opportunity to every company to try and enter the public sector and tokenize their assets in order for the retail investor to gain passive income based on the performance of the digitized and tokenized asset.
Wow, fantastic. That whole answer was a great pitch. Wonderful. Okay, Edwin, thank you so much. Gracias, amigo. Gracias. Muy bien, muy bien. Okay, as you can see, it is tough to be up here, deliver the entire business in 3 minutes. It is a real challenge, but that's why everybody is here, because they've made it through all the hoops. We've come out of COVID, we're in a real world environment, which is quite new and challenging. But we're going to go back now to the virtual world to meet a company joining us all the way from Germany called Divisend GmbH. Their CEO, Thomas Rappold, is going to explain that Divisend's platform helps investors maximize their dividend returns by automating the refund process of dividend withholding taxes intuitively and price competitively. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the CEO of Divisend, Thomas Rappold.
Hello. My name is Thomas Rappold. I'm the CEO and co-founder of the German wealth tech fintech Divisend. With Divisend, we help investors maximize their dividend returns. Imagine you own dividend stocks from outside your home country, like Nestlé from Switzerland. You have this problem of double taxation of your dividend. You get taxed twice, withholding tax and income tax. And at the moment, refund opportunities are widely missed out because of fiscal complexities and technical challenges. Although the European Commission recommended a solution since 2000, but nothing happened till now. Investors have to get familiar with different reclaim documents in different languages and mostly paper-based. Our B2C software helps private investors to reclaim their taxes by automating the withholding tax refund process in a very convenient way. And the dividends market is $1 trillion business, what you can see on the left side. On the right side, you see the total addressable market of the withholding market. We talk about $90 billion in paid withholding taxes, and more important, $20 billion in still unreclaimed withholding taxes, which gives us enormous room to grow. And as Peter Thiel says, competition is for losers. There's no other SaaS company on the market targeting retail investors. And our product is simple and convenient, and the reclaim is done in just 4 steps. First, you connect your securities portfolio. Second, you get a fast dashboard overview. Third, you do the claim setup via intelligent tax assistant. And fourth, you submit the application. And we have already proof of success. This is the first digital refund via Divisend. Our business model is simple, straightforward, with a high margin. Our revenues consist of transaction fees based on a certain percentage of the reclaim amount. On the left side, you can see a representative example for a German investor and resulting revenue of 42 euro per year and a profit for the customer of 198 euro. Due to a withholding period of up to 4 years back, there's room for a revenue leverage 4 times. With our unique business model as an API-first company and our strong partnerships with cutting-edge brands like banks and stock exchanges, magazines and web portals and marketplaces, we have low or zero customer acquisition costs. And as an API-first company and our already strong partnerships, we are the perfect blitzscaler for high and fast leveraging in the most important financial hubs. As you can see in the financial chart, our business model scales like a hockey stick. Within 5 years, we see revenues of up to 40 million euros. This year, we expect 1.5 million euro revenue, doubling that next year to 3 million euros. We already have a diversified world-class team with more than 30 years combined startup experience up to unicorn status. We are fully self-financed and bootstrapped. As a remote-first company, we have a lean cost structure and a solid 7-digit financial funding from the co-funders. We plan this year Series A in the range of 2 to 5 million euros, have already great traction, won competitions like European Data Incubator, EY Startup Academy, and German Accelerator. Divisend helps investors maximize their dividend returns. If you reclaimed your Nestlé dividends over the last 60 years with an initial investment of 10,000 francs, you would have right now 1 million francs more in your pocket. That's a message, isn't it?
Wonderful. Thomas Rappold. Okay, he says competition is for losers. That's fighting talk here in the digital ring at South Summit. But do our judges have a question about Divisend? I'm going to scan the first row of judges here for a hand which has been raised. If you could pass the microphone down here. Le micro, sí. Aquí, muchas gracias. Perdón. Okay, and if you could please introduce yourself to the room. Thank you.
This is Andres Dancausa from the Venture City. Congrats on your pitch, a really good opportunity to invest actually. It's good that you are targeting the retailers. It's true that I haven't seen any other company doing the same thing. So could you build on top of this and explain us how are you reaching out them and how do you plan to scale up the business in this regard?
So we already scale up because we are already in the whole Europe active, strongly in Germany, Austria, Switzerland, Liechtenstein, and Luxembourg. And lately we also opened an office in Hong Kong and work in Singapore. So we are already in the big financial hubs active, very active.
Yeah, and how are you acquiring the users by B2B sales teams?
So it's very efficient. We took part in many accelerator programs, so very the lean way. So so we get a warm intros. And the second point is that this is a huge user pain. So we are one of the fintechs that's not searching for a problem. So we solve a problem. That's the most important point. And so we have open doors at banks, financial institutions, and work really together with the big ones. Yeah, that's quite good because we solve a real problem.
Thank you and congrats.
Hey, wonderful. Thank you so much, Thomas and Divisend. Great. Okay, our judges are making their notes. Just a little reminder to please install the South Summit app. Please network, connect with each other. We do have to leave South Summit after these 3 days with new connections, new opportunities, and building the South Summit innovation and entrepreneurship family. Okay, so we're going to move on to our next presentation, which is going to be right here on the stage at the Nave. Let me tell you about Delegate. Delegate fully digitizes the signatory management process across your relationship banks. Their tool harnesses the most modern technologies, enabling you to manage signatory rights on a fully integrated basis. This means you can eliminate inefficient processes. Sounds fascinating. Let's hear from their CEO, who joins us all the way from Switzerland and now comes to the stage for his 3 minutes of fame. Please welcome Ricardo Balsamo from Delegate. Thank you. Oh.
Okay, whoa. My name is Ricardo Balsamo. I'm the CEO and founder at Delegate. Delegate is a Swiss-based fintech that aims at digitizing the bank signatory management process, which in simple terms is the process in which corporates tell their banks who can sign what on their behalf. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you remember the last time you had to deal with banks' bureaucracy? Do you remember how much fun you had? Right? You probably, felt like this little guy here, right? Now, take the same amount of unfunny, heavy paper-based process and multiply it by 10, 20, 50 times, and for 10, 20, maybe 50 banks at the same time. This is what people inside corporate treasury need to deal every time they need to update their signatory records. And what about banks? Well, banks suffer the same issue multiplied by thousands of their corporate clients, which demands a digital experience, but most of the time cannot really be met as their legacy systems are either too old or part of a jungle of legacy system. You don't have to, right? Okay, fantastic. Right. Delegate takes this fully offline process, digitizing it, and by a workflow engine that delivers real-time data, significant cost saving on both sides, and dramatically increase the customer experience. You don't have to believe me. I'm just quoting Dennis Levert, which is the head of service at Deutsche Bank, that says that having a corporate signatory management tool where both banks and corporates can link into deliver a lot of value. Right, you're probably thinking nobody has ever saw this problem before. Of course, actually a few established players are already in the market. Issue though is that they all focus on one single tech aspect of one piece of the process, and they've not looked at the end-to-end process, which we did. Now, obviously, 3 minutes are not really enough for me to tell you all the detail, and you will probably be bored to death anyway after 30 seconds. But during the recent proof of concept, players from Deutsche Bank, Barclays, Siemens, IATA, Salesforce have actually not been bored at all. They've been actually pretty excited, which is why we are planning to do our pilots next year. And finally, as they say, let your clients speak of you, which
dealing with banks and everything related to signatory management is extremely time-consuming and cumbersome. It is even worse when you are an international corporate with multiple banks around the globe. On top of this, we can all agree that that is an historical pain point for corporates. I'm impressed with the legal approach for addressing this historical challenge. The multi-banking paperless solution is a big step forward in terms of user experience, and for corporates such as IATA will bring important benefits in terms of efficiencies and cost reduction.
Right.
That's it. Please, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause. Thank you. Thank you so much. And yeah, that was a nice move at the end, letting the client speak for the service. But what did our judges think? Are there any hands going up? Did that answer every question that you had? Are there any more questions? Or did that absolutely nail it? Oh my goodness. Okay. Congratulations, you nailed it. Great stuff. Thank you so much. Brilliant. Okay, we give our esteemed jury members just a few brief moments there to capture their thoughts on Delegate. And now we move on to Upswat. Now, everybody in business, everybody in education knows the importance of a SWOT analysis. Upswat has created a white label business health dashboard powered with 150 plus API-enabled apps. So it's similar to Tableau, but focused on banks and their business customers. And we're going to learn about it from their CEO, who joins us from the United States. Please give a warm virtual welcome to Dmitry Norenko from Upswat.
Hi, my name is Dmitry. I am CEO and founder of Upswat, and we created a new way how to help small and medium-sized businesses perform better with the help of their financial institutions. As of now, we are a venture-backed company with 52 guys in the team. We are less than 3 years old, but we are serving more than 40 financial institutions. Our focus is mostly on the banks, but this slide is designed to show that we are working not with the banks only. A month ago, MasterCard bought the license on our product to help merchants perform better. We are working in wealth management space. We are working in liquidity management space with the companies like Kiriba. We are working with the national banks in the US like MIT Bank. We are working with Societe Generale, Raiffeisen Bank, and lots of other financial institutions, helping all of them to get the value out of alternative data. We created white label add-on, which is usually used in online and mobile banking, but might be the part of any digital platform, that allows to get continuous API-enabled access to 167 apps, so that the business owners and the bankers get the value out of the data from QuickBooks, SAP products, Amazon merchant data, Shopify data, PayPal, Square, ADP, and dozens of other apps. You will ask me, if this is API-enabled access, that means that businesses should provide opt-in access to all their financial and non-financial data. Why they will do this? And the reason is very simple. When they connect the data to the bank, the data will be transformed into accurate cash flow forecasts, into valuable KPIs, but the most important, into the insights to help them perform better and make better business decisions. But on the top of this, if the business owner wants, we can transform this data and continuously make available to the largest credit bureaus that will boost their business and personal credit score. So with the help of the financial institution, businesses can make better business decisions. They can get access to funding and boost their business credit score. And the outcome is great. More than 60% of the businesses share their data. That generates huge revenues for the financial institutions, and the adoption rate is exceeding 36%. If you have any questions, please let me know. Would be happy to answer. Thank you.
Thank you, Dimitri from Upswat. Now, of course, SWAT is one of the most foundational building blocks of any startup plan, any business. But what about Upswat? What does our judges think? Do we have a question from our VIP front row here? Are there any hands going up? Or did Dimitri answer all their questions already with that presentation? We have a hand up here in the front row. If you could please introduce yourself to the arena. Thank you.
This is Ana Aguilera from Telefónica Digital. My question here is, when you were talking about the credit score, you were talking about helping your clients build their credit score, or do you already have your own?
Great question. Did you hear that okay, Dimitri?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you perfectly. Todo bien.
Wonderful. Yes, so we normalize and structure the data the way that credit bureaus can analyze this data and build their own scoring. On the top of this, definitely, we have our own scoring that reports about positive events to the bureaus, but it's more about giving an insight to the bureau. We don't influence their decisions. Our technology mostly provides the feedback to the bureaus if the client is performing well, because the score can drop. It can either grow or stay as it is.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for getting a thumbs up from the judges. Thank you very much, Dimitri from Upswat, and a great question there. Muchísimas gracias. So you can see there, our subject matter expert judges are again using their expertise, their experience of the sector, of the vertical, of the world of startups to drill right into that important point that helps find the champion of champions. And speaking of which, we are going to move on to our next fabulous pitcher who joins us all the way from France. Joining us right now is the CEO of Quantev. Now, Quantev leverages health claims data to deliver decision-making insights to insurers' operations team. So an absolutely massive area. And we're delighted to have joining us on stage right now the CEO of Quantev. Please welcome Tariq Dadi. Thank you.
Access to healthcare is one of the most basic rights for people. obesity and chronic disease are booming due to sedentary lifestyle and aging population. Innovative medical innovation and complex treatments are leading to an inflation of medical costs. All of this has pushed healthcare spendings to levels never seen before. And all across the world, health insurers are expected to play an important role in the healthcare system. But due to all these inflationist factors, pressuring the profitability of the industry, and on top of that, claim leakage is making matters worse. Oh, sorry. This is why the health insurance industry needs to transform the way they do business and to empower their operations team with modern tooling and solutions. Quantev is a smart claims solution dedicated to health claims, bringing decision-making solution to health operation using AI. I'm Tariq, the CEO and co-founder of Quantev. I started my career at AXA helping entities all across the world to kickstart the data transformation journey and put in place machine learning projects. While working on health topics, I discovered that health insurers had tons of data available, but their claims and network management processes were still highly manual. This is why I decided to build Quantev, a solution capable of streamlining claim adjudication and helping insurers build better healthcare networks. At Quantev, we help insurers take better decisions by leveraging their historical data, automate medical claims adjudication, and put in place sophisticated cost containment strategies. Our solution is capable of cleaning and making sense of raw health claims data, bringing insight to claims managers to automate and streamline the claim management, and build better healthcare, high-performing healthcare networks that are capable of delivering the best quality of care for the lowest cost for their members. We are catering to health insurance operations in APAC, in Gulf, in Latin America, and we have a unique positioning in the ecosystem thanks to our focus on health claims data. We have worked with insurers, assistance companies, and TPAs all across the world, delivering incredible results in less than six months. Yeah, sorry.
I'm so sorry. Okay, big round of applause there. Wonderful. It really is very, very difficult to get all the information into 3 minutes, and the dynamic when you're on a stage is very different, and it can be surprising, and the slides can be, unexpected. So listen, everybody here has just done a great job, and thank you for that. I wonder, do our judges have a question? The young lady with her hand up there in the front, if you could possibly bring. Oh, do we have a question first? I'm so sorry. Well, sorry, I didn't see you. Please ask your question first. We'll do 2 questions because I missed that. Thank you.
Hi. Thank you. Congratulations for your initiative. And I wanted to allow you to finish a bit your pitch, but I was interested. You said that in these 6 months, so you've been in the market for 6 months right now?
No, sorry. At the end of the presentation, I was going to say that we were founded in 2019, but our project with our partners in less than 6 months have achieved great results in terms of savings and improvements.
So you have life insurers as customers right now?
Yeah.
How many of them?
I cannot disclose that information right now.
Thank you very much.
Okay, you'll have to ask that over a drink later. And if you could pass the microphone down here, thank you. And please, if you could introduce yourself to the room.
Hi everyone, I'm Susie from HV in Munich. I have a question for you. So I think healthcare systems around the globe are so different and inherently diverse. So how much do you actually have to tailor the product to make it work for all the insurers across the globe where you're trying to roll out into?
Yeah, great question. So as you can see, we have this eccentricity of being a company based in Europe, but catering to business all across the world. And we are able to do that because the markets that we are targeting are markets where health insurance is, let's say, almost the American way, highly private. And if you are in Bogota or Tokyo, when a health claim come in, the processes are pretty much the same. Of course, as an enterprise software, there is some contextualization and adaptation to do, but the core system, till to this day, we have deployed in Hong Kong, we have deployed in Dubai and Bogota, and it's pretty much works out of the box.
Great question. Thank you so much, Tariq Dadi from Quantev. Thank you. Muy bien. Okay, great questions there from our rock star judges in the front row. We're going to move immediately on to another virtual guest, and it is time to meet Yoelo. Now, Yoelo is a multi-award-winning mobile ordering solution for businesses. Their founder and CEO is joining us all the way from the UK. Please give a warm virtual welcome to Sina Yamani from Yoelo.
Hello everyone, my name is Sina. I'm the founder of Yoelo. We're a fintech payments company based out of the UK, focusing on digitizing the mobile sector and bringing hospitality, leisure, retail customers online. The process and the platform is very simple. A physical business can use us in a variety of ways, like a QR code, an application, a link on Instagram or a website. And then the customer can use this into a webless platform, which essentially allows them to utilize the business's products without downloading any applications whatsoever. They can then choose from a variety of products, and whether it's food items, drinks, tickets, events, across all the different sectors that I mentioned, and pay the merchant just simply through their mobile phone. This skips all the complexities and the difficulties behind queues and speaking to customers, and it really increases efficiency significantly. We've also got a payments platform designed around open banking and PSD2, the legislation across Europe. This enables customers to spend directly through their bank accounts rather than through the card schemes. This makes transactions instantaneous rather than 3 to 4 working days, brings transaction fees down significantly, reducing the cost by about 70% for businesses, and it makes chargebacks completely disappear because the platform is integrated and seamless. The platform is market leading. From a customer's perspective, it's very efficient, it's very consumer friendly. You've got everything inside of your pocket and your mobile phone. As everything's digitizing, this sector is quickly approaching as well. We've had that transition from cash to card, and now it's moving over to mobile phone, which is much more efficient. If you think about just what cash and card is, it's just payment remittance. There's nothing more than just a transfer of value. Bringing it into a mobile phone and digitizing this whole industry enables a plethora of features, from increasing revenues, from a customer retention perspective, the loyalty, the analytics, the data, in a really feature-rich platform that enables merchants to see all of their customers across the whole spectrum. The platform can then be extended into almost a payments social network. It enables the connectivity across these industries in the inevitable IoT and the platform layer that's going to exist, connecting businesses and their POSs to the online world, to the social networks. This enables customers to interact together and to businesses very seamlessly. The platform has achieved a significant amount. We've had 800,000 registered users pay for our platform. We've got white label with global partners and resellers like EPOS Now, Square, WorldPay, Barclaycard, etc. It's clear the next step in payments. As you can see, the industry is growing rapidly and is expected to be 7 trillion by 2023. We're looking to connect to providers in the mobile payment space, in the acquiring space, payment providers, ISOs, and any investors who are interested. Thank you very much.
Wow, a lot of great information there from Sina from Yoelo. But do the judges have any unanswered questions? What did you think? Anything else you need to know from Sina, who's right here? Thank you for joining us, Sina. Any questions from the front row, our VIP judges? Or maybe you answered all of their questions with that fabulous presentation. It looks going once. Yes, okay, we have a question from the gentleman at the front. Thank you so much. If you could introduce yourself to the room.
Thanks for the presentation. This is Samarth from 630 Ventures. Basic question is, like, it's a crowded market. Where do you see this traction coming from? Why do you tend to get chosen by the merchants. There are parts of the value chain which are like occupied by much larger players. How do you plan to kind of stay on and beat one of those? Because without that, it's very hard to defend. So just trying to understand why you are winning now.
Great question.
It's a good question. So if you consider what, the market in the UK, when you go to pay for anything, use your card. And the company that provides the card services, there's thousands of those across Europe alone. That means the market is being split by thousands of businesses. Whereas in the payment space, there's only a dozen competitors that we've got. So, the future is inevitable from our perspective, where everything is moving towards your mobile phone. This is another sector that would as well. So as those customers move, those 1,000 businesses and the revenues they make will funnel down into the handful of companies that there are. When a business starts using us, the customer has the choice between paying with cash, card, or Yoelo. And the customer chooses us, Yoelo, half of the time because it's so much easier, so much more efficient and streamlined. So from that perspective, it's a pretty fundamental way that we're growing our business.
Wonderful. Okay, that was great. What an insightful question and a really great answer. So thank you so much, Sina from Yoelo, for joining us. Wonderful. Okay, now it's time for our second last picture. We've got two final pictures here. We got one in the real room and we got one in our virtual room. So, oh my goodness, time does fly when you are having fun and watching great startup pitches. So coming up next is a company called WeCover, and they offer embedded insurance made real. So WeCover is the all-in-one solution to integrate an insurance proposition into your onboarding process. And we're very delighted to welcome to the stage now from Spain, their CEO. Please give a very, very warm welcome to Jordi Pajes. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Can you hear me? Okay, so let's talk about embedded insurance. So what is embedded insurance? And you will hear about. Embedded insurance is the largest opportunity in the insurance industry for the upcoming years. It's about offering to the customer the insurance cover at the right time, at the right place, in the right cover. So this is what it's about. So you need to imagine how many transactions we do daily in the internet, in the e-commerce platforms with digital companies that would be bundled with an insurance cover. This is huge. This is really brutal. So this is what we do at WeCover. We do simple things simpler. So, something about the insurance industry is poorly digitized, so you need to, in particular with non-insurers, there are no platforms available for doing this business, so you need to deal one-on-one. It's a traditional business, complex language. So what we do at WeCover is we are enabling the way to do this business. So we have a front-end seamless integration that allows you to offer an insurance cover in an e-commerce platform with just one click, just checking the button. Also, with a white label funnel that we can implement in a website, in a digital platform, following the look and feel of the partner. So this is a B2B, B2C business. And in particular, we have also a tangible product. So the insurance, we have made an insurance card that you can sell in a point of sale, in a store. So it's just like selling it, and then you go through an activation process, 100% digital. So basically, what we found out is that, that we have a competitive advantage because we do the things differently. So what we do differently, we are real plug and play. So we take care of everything. We take care of customer service, we take care of the product, we take care about technology. So we join also our distributors in a global reach, so we can join them in any country because this is about technology. So we take care about the whole thing. This is about outsourcing the way we operate insurance for non-insurers, okay? Platform, technology, and product. So basically, what we have done so far, so we closed deals with more than 20 companies, companies like FNAC, SEAT, big retailers, large companies that they have included our solution. We are already selling more than 5,000 policies a year in 2021, and we have already achieved more than 120K in this last quarter in gross written premium, okay? So this is all about the team. We have the technology, we have the insurance expertise, we have digital capabilities, of course, but we have the team the one that is supporting the business, the one that is delivering to the needs of our channel partners about technology, operations, customer service, and so on. This is no-cost solution. So we are just implementing in a few weeks with no cost for the partner. That means that we're just taking revenues out of the commissions that we are selling from the policies we sold. Okay? So thank you very much for your time.
Muchísimas gracias, Jordi. That was very, very impressive, and you actually delivered it within time, ahead of time, which, wow, that's a sign of being prepared. Okay, so no cost, massive opportunity. What is your question, sir? If you could introduce yourself to the room.
Okay, that's Gonzalo from Faraday. Congratulations, excellent presentation, very nice idea as well. I wanted to know, I don't know what's the name in English, Ramo. Which are the Ramos that are more represented in the 125,000 policies? And which are the partners as well that are more important, that represent more than 20–30% of your revenue?
Very good question. This is what I couldn't cover in 3 minutes. So we are operating in different lines of business, which means electronics, extended warranty, accidental damage, life, household, motor business. So we can operate all the different lines of business in insurance because we are joining not just one single product, we are joining the distributor, okay? So we are partnering with local carriers as well as MGAs. So we have integrated the whole operation in our system. So for the partners, it's just about plugging the solution, and we have to do the whole thing with the insurance carrier.
Yeah, I was meaning the insurers. Which are the biggest insurers for you at the moment?
We are partnering with AXA, we are partnering with Mafre, we are partnering with these large companies in Spain, but we are planning also to internationalize the business in 2022, as we have closed a funding round, seed round, just a couple of months ago. Thank you.
Fantastic. One more time, a big round of applause from Jordi from WeCover. Thank you so much. Okay, my goodness, time does fly, and now we have reached the very, very last pitch of the South Summit 100 competition, and it's a gentleman who is joining us via the magic of virtual streaming. The company is in fintech. They're from a wonderful place called Estonia. I'm an Estonian e-citizen. I'm a big fan of Tallinn, and it's always great to see the innovation that comes out of Estonia and Tallinn. So the next pitcher is Raisin. They're a platform for investments in pre-IPO companies from €100. Their solution for tokenization of private equity shares allows retail investors to purchase stock in large cap companies like Airbnb, Klarna, or SpaceX. So ladies and gents, please welcome to the stage the communication manager of Raisin, Peter Vitsotowski. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Peter. I represent Raisin App, an Estonian startup that offers late venture investments for retail investors from €1. So let's see the problems we're tackling. The first and the major one is a high entry ticket for private equity markets. You all know it's from 100K to $500,000 at least. Lack of diversification, low liquidity, and high volatility on traditional markets were also the issues we were tackling. So let's see the solution we came up with. We have developed, I would say, the lowest entry ticket for late stage venture and private equity investments as possible. So it's as low as it could get. It's €1 for retail investors. So it's basically the breakthrough solution. Also, we are currently developing a secondary market so investors could trade their assets and not look at the liquidation event and wait for the IPO. So currently tests are running on Uniswap and we are actively developing it. So also high quality diversification. Yeah, we're offering a lot of companies from private equity and late stage markets. So it's currently 10 plus available on our marketplace. And alternative investments, yeah, it's a quite great option for investors after highly volatile crypto and stock market as well. So here's our marketplace. You can see the list of companies that have been listed on our app. We have some successful cases like Airbnb, Blend, and DigitalOcean, and currently we're waiting for the lockup period to end for the Robinhood IPO. We are really looking into it. We hope it's going to be the most successful case for us. Also, Raisin is supporting sustainable development, and that's why we have listed Store.shares. they are developing batteries for electric vehicles. So it's possible because we developed a fully legal structure. So we have a fund which purchases shares of a private company. Then we create a small fractions on it with help of a blockchain. And the user can buy a unit of a fund which holds solely the asset and that it's been purchased. So the unit holder, it's worth mentioning that unit holders are not direct shareholders in the company and they do not get any voting or information rights from the company. So Raisin is available all around the world. We have almost 14,000 users, I guess, now from 34 countries. But Europe is our target market. So yeah, Germany, UK, Italy, we focus that mostly. So yeah, we have been around, as you can see, Startup Grind, TechCrunch. And here's our team, quite professional from IT, finance. Yeah, we got a great team. We developing really fast. And it's worth mentioning that our project is backed by US tech-regulated investment business, Raisin Asset Management. So thank you for listening. I'm looking forward to hear for your questions. Thanks.
Peter Wysotsky, wonderful, from Raisin. Okay, that was a great way to round off all of our FinTech and Insurtech pitches. But did Peter answer all of the judges' questions? Is there one more question, the last question of the Startup 100 pitch competition? I'm scanning the front row. Yes, we have a question from the gentleman here who is about to introduce himself to the room. Thank you. Peter, are you with us?
Yes,
wonderful.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hello, Peter. Congrats for your pitch. My question is about how do you manage all the funds you should open in order to get investors? If I understood properly, you are opening one fund for each company you are going to buy shares. Is that way or it's in a different way?
Thank you for your question. That's quite an interesting solution we came up with. So we use a master and feeder scheme. So for each company, we issue different share. So it's class A for Airbnb, class B for Klarna, and so on and so on. So we use the same fund, but the different shares.
Thank you, and congrats again.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Peter Wysotsky from Raisin. Thank you for that great question.